Hello 12th standard students, welcome back to chapter 1, applications of matrices and determinants. Today exercise 1.8, choose the correct answer. Question number 20, there were 4 statements and they asked which one are correct. Okay, the first one, adjoint of a symmetric matrix is also a symmetric matrix, we know that. And adjoint of a diagonal matrix is also a diagonal matrix. For that you take the example as 2 cross 2, 1 0 0 1 identity. This is also a diagonal matrix. So now for this adjoint you are going to write is, you are going to invert this principal diagonal, again I would say, and minus 0 is again the same. So again you are going to get the same matrix. Okay, so second one is also correct, and the last one also we have verified using the matrices. Okay, but consider this third property here. This is the actual property. We know that adjoint of lambda a, where lambda is a constant, equal to lambda power n minus 1 into adjoint, but here they given it as lambda power n. So this statement is wrong. So which are all correct for us? 1, 2 and 4. So fourth option is the correct option as far as question number 20 is concerned. Now 21, rank of A equal to rank of AB, then the system AX equal to B of linear equation is, so when do we get rank of A equal to rank of AB? We get in two conditions, isn't it? When this is equal to n, number of unknown, then it is consistent and unique solution. When this both are equal and when it is less than n, it is again consistent and has infinitely many solution. Okay, as far as consistent is considered, we get two solution for that. One, it is consistent and has a unique solution, and second one, it is consistent and has infinitely many solution. And since their rank of A is equal to rank of AB, we need not consider the condition of inconsistency. So this you need not bother about. We are going to bother about only consistency, and consistency you get two conditions. Therefore, here 1 and 2 are there, but they have given only rank of A and rank of AB. So in both the conditions, you get the common element as consistent. So our second option is the correct answer for this. So we choose 2 as consistent because they have not mentioned about number of unknown. If they have mentioned about number of unknown, if it is equal means you will get the first option, and if it is less than n means you will get the third option. Okay, so they have not given us the number of unknowns. We are going to take the common point as consistent. So we mentioned the second option. Now coming to our 22nd problem. We are going to go to 22nd problem here. See here, for this, the system of equation has non-trivial solution. You know, for non-trivial solution, we know what are the non-trivial solution you will get. When will you get a non-trivial solution for homogeneous equations? Here I have pasted the conditions for the homogeneous equations. Okay, so you can verify here. I have given this condition also when we have started the homogeneous conditions. Okay, so we have got two answer for homogeneous. What do you mean by homogeneous? When you have on the right hand side as 0. See, this is 0, this is 0 and this is 0. So this is homogeneous. Hence we have got the non-trivial solution. So they have mentioned they have got it as non-trivial solution. They are asking us to find the value of theta. If it is non-trivial solution means what do we know? Determinant of A equal to 0. So you are going to use this condition to find out theta. So in the, what is determinant A? Coefficient of the first equation. So you can directly go into our determinant. 1 sin theta and minus cos theta. Second equation, this is our first equation, this is our second equation, and this is our third equation. In the second equation it is cos theta minus 1 and 1, and in the third equation it is sin theta 1 and minus 1. Okay, so you are going to expand this using the sign convention. So it is going to be 1 into our first determinant minus sin theta into our second determinant, and again third one also is going to be plus, but here it is minus, so you are going to put minus cos theta into our third determinant. Okay, third minor. Okay, so for the first one you are going to cross out the first row and the first column, you will get the minor as minus 1, 1, 1 and minus 1. Now going to our second column, deleting our second column, you will get the minor as cos theta 1, sin theta and minus 1. Now going to our third column, you will get the minor as cos theta minus 1, sin theta and 1. Okay. Now what is going to be our answer? 1 into 1 minus 1 minus sin theta into minus cos theta minus sin theta. The third one is going to be cos theta into cos theta plus sin theta. Okay. So now expanding this, you will get it as, this is going to be 0, so you can leave this. This is going to be sin theta cos theta plus sin square theta minus cos square theta minus sin theta cos theta. So these two gets cancelled and you are going to get sin square theta minus cos square theta. This you can write it as interchanging this sign, and this side on the right hand side it is equal to 0, isn't it? So here you have to mention equal to 0. Here also our determinant A equal to 0. Therefore this is equal to 0. Okay. So now interchanging the sign, you will get it as cos square theta minus sin square theta equal to 0. This is actually nothing but cos 2 theta, isn't it? So cos square theta minus sin square theta, you will get the formula as cos 2 theta equal to 0. So when cos 2 theta will be equal to 0? Cos 2 theta equal to, you can take it as cos pi by 2, that is 90 degree. That means 2 theta equal to pi by 2. Taking this to this side, theta is going to be pi by 4. So our answer for theta is going to be our pi by 4. Which option you are going to get? You are going to get the fourth option as pi by 4. So this is our final answer. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be the final answer for this one. Thank you.